Hey guys, what is going on? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to the best Ultimate Kickoff cards that were released, and we're going to look at the 88 overalls. None of these low cards are really that good. Unless you're a Trey Lance fan, he doesn't look too bad, the 85, or the John Johnson fan at 85 overall. But they were released, I think, Friday, and with that being said, there are 32 of them, obviously, and then you can get 4 of them just by playing the solos, 2 of them by playing the actual solos in Ultimate Team, and then 1 by playing Superstar KO, I do believe, and then the other one is just a bunch of random really hard challenges that are absolutely not worth your time. But with that being said, we're going to go through, look at some of the best ones. There's obviously a lot of them that were released, and there's a lot of them that are absolutely terrible. And so we're going to go through, and once again, these are all my opinions, so they're not 100% correct at all, but just want to throw them out there. So let's hop right into it with the first card, starting off with the Green Bay Packers. So starting it off, we are going to go with 88 overall, Adrian Amos. Obviously, he used to play for the Bears, went to the Packers. He's got 88 speed with 87 zone coverage, which is absolutely phenomenal. Once again, I mean, the threshold is, I do believe, 90, 91 for those better animations, but 88 speed is really important right now, especially since defense is almost impossible to play. And he's got 87 play recognition, so I think that does play a huge part in how he plays. And Adrian Amos's cards always seem to play really good for me, at least. And I know he does have a power-up, obviously, so he can go up to 89 speed. If you have a Packers theme team, he's going to hit 91 speed, which is pretty deadly. That's pretty nice, especially in the secondary. So would 100% recommend Adrian Amos for you. He's obviously one of the top cards out there compared to all the other 32. And he's just a goon. He's going to play really good for you, and we all know important. He could be a really good user, too, with that 88 speed. And we'll take a look at his jumping at 81 jumping. So 81 jumping and 88 speed, really good user. Would highly recommend Adrian Amos. And now we're going to head to the next one. The next card is going to be left outside linebacker Bud Dupree, 88 overall. So, I mean, obviously pass rush, there is no pass rush this year. It's pretty hard to get pressure, even at that, with how hard defense is once again. 85 speed is really good for a left outside linebacker at 88 overall. With 86 tackle, 85 play action, 81 block shaking, and 88 power move. I don't know how well he's going to play. I mean, it's hit or miss how well a pass rusher plays, but it's more importantly, he has 85 speed, which is one of the highest. I thought that's what really matters. And he also does have 88 hit power. So 88 hit power is pretty good, and obviously we know how important hit power is. It seems like it's hard to get hit sticks this year, especially based upon how your guys play and how big they are, how strong they are. With that being said, though, Bud Dupree should play really good for you. If you need a pass rusher for a nice budget card, would highly recommend him. Just put him in pass rushing situations. He's not a zone coverage guy or a man coverage guy. He's going to be more of a pass rushing only and just try and get to the quarterback. You could put him on a QB spy if QB spies actually worked. But with that being said, once again, just go with him. He's another good card that I would just highly recommend. And now we're going to head to the next card. Surprisingly, there is only one card of him up, but 88 overall, Gerald Everett, tight end for the Seahawks, used to be an LA Ram. He's obviously a stud. He's going to thrive in the Seahawks system. But 86 speed with 85 catching, 87 catch in traffic, 85 spectacular catch, 81 short route running, 77 meter route running, and 74 run blocking. Once again, he's a tight end. Offense is obviously overpowered, but the main thing is he's got 86 speed with 85 catching and that 86 break tackle. And so that's a really good combination. Obviously, with his power up, it's all going to be +1 stats. And he's going to be a really good card, I think, especially at tight ends where there's not that many viable tight ends. And just for playing a couple solos, you can get pretty much a stud tight end that is basically a tinier version of Waller that's not as expensive. And so with that being said, would highly recommend Gerald Everett for you. And now we're going to head to the next card. Obviously, we had to have Will Fuller on here, 88 overall, 90 speed with 86 catching, 82 spectacular catch, 85 medium route running, and 88 deep route running. Once again, speed is always killer. It's Madden. Speed is always very important, and especially this year, the separation in wide receivers is absolutely ridiculous. And so 90 speed should play really good. I would highly recommend him. He's obviously got 86 catching, so at least it's decent enough that he'll be able to catch the ball and make some plays. And he has that 88 deep route running, so he should be able to make those over-the-top plays and over-the-top routes that are important for a deep route runner. He is 6 foot, so he's not the tallest, but once again, you only want him for speed. 90 speed is what's the killer here with 86 catching and 82 jumping and 88 deep route running. So would highly recommend Will Fuller for you. And now we're going to head to the kind of a string of a bunch of wide receivers here. The next wide receiver we do got is 88 overall, David Moore, 89 speed with 88 jumping, 86 catching, 88 spectacular catch, and 86 deep route running. So obviously he's got one less speed than Will Fuller, but he's more of a route runner. I would say he's going to be a better card. He is a little bit he weighs more as well, and he's just going to be a better route runner. Probably one of the most underrated wide receivers, and I'm happy he's got Sam Darnold now. He's just an absolute stud, but would highly recommend him. 89 speed with 88 jumping is really good, and the 86 catching is obviously alright, but the 88 spectacular catch, so he will get sometimes spectacular catch animations, which is important, especially this year. And 86 deep route running, which is also really good. So would highly recommend David Moore for you. And now we're going to head to the final wide receiver on this list. Final wide receiver on this list is going to be his old teammate, wide receiver Curtis Samuel. 89 speed with 86 catching and 85 deep routing. So he's more of the last version of the wide receivers. I would probably, if I were picking a card, I would pick Will Fuller first, and then I'd pick David Moore, and then Curtis Samuel. But 89 speed with 86 catching, so all of those wide receivers have the same catching. The main thing on Curtis Samuel, though, is he does have 88 change of direction. So if you're more of a person that wants to run, he's going to be more of a rack guy, more of a guy that's you're going to be able to make some plays after the catch and make those definitely those jukes, those spin moves, and those quick changes, quick stop and starts. And so that's why I put him on this list. I mean, once again, 89 speed is really good, so he's up there with I think the Tyreek Hill that you got from the MCS is a 91 speed, and that was free, but you wasted like 4 hours, 6 hours of your life, or like me, you just put it on in the background, got the free drops. But would recommend Curtis Samuel for it, and especially if you have a Washington football theme team or 25, he'll hit 90 speed, and then once again, if you hit him once again upgraded with the power up, he'll hit 91 speed with 90 speed and then 91 speed with the Washington football team chem or the Panthers chem. But would highly recommend Curtis Samuel for you. And now we're gonna head to the final two cards on this list. Now I find it quite funny that EA gave him a card when when the Bears did cut him on the roster on the starting day, but Desmond Trufant, 88 overall cornerback. The main reason he's on this list is because he's got 89 speed with 90 acceleration, 90 agility, and 87 jumping. Obviously, his zone coverage, play recognition, and man coverage are sus, but the main thing is he's got that 89 speed, so he can't keep up with some of those wide receivers, which is important. Speed is always important, and that's why I put him on this list. 89 speed, 87 jumping. If you can't afford, the other card you could get is a Dante Jackson, who I think has 89 or 90 speed, the 84 overall. But 89 speeds should play really good for you. Once again, that's really important. Obviously, you just want to hope that you can stop someone on defense with this year, the way that the game is. He should be able to be there. He'll maybe be able to make plays and be able to chase people down, which is important. And the 89 speed that's one of the most important things, especially on a DB. And 88 overall, that's kind of a steal in my opinion. So with that being said, we're going to head to the final card on this list. And the final card on this list is going to be 88 overall, tight end Hunter Henry for the Patriots. Now, obviously, he's not as Gerald Everett. He's not as fast, but he is more of a catching/run blocker. He's got 88 catching with 73 strength and 81 run blocking. So he's going to be more of an impact on the run game. He can catch the ball too if you need him to. Obviously, everyone likes those tight end delay routes. And the tight end, just anything. Tight ends just seem to truck people like crazy too and break tackles. So 82 speed and 88 catching is a really good combination. And I think that 85 awareness also and 73 strength and 81 run blocking are all really good combinations for just a stud tight end, for a budget tight end that should last you quite some time, unless a Team of the Week card comes out or something else comes out. But would highly recommend Hunter Henry. And once again, those are all my picks for the Ultimate Kickoff cards that did come out for the 88s. These are all my opinion. They're not 100% correct, but just want to throw them out there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if I missed anyone.